Want to lose 20 pounds in under 10 days? Hey, go on a fad diet. I'm just kidding. Seriously, don't do that. Because I hate fad diets. Because in this video, I'm actually going to go over 5 reasons why these types of diets just simply don't work. But what's up, guys? This is Butch from Fitness Psychology, where I'm going to discuss all topics with mindset, nutrition, and fitness, because those fundamentals are going to make you a happier, healthier you, which is ultimately going to improve your quality of life. So before we jump into it, hey, you know the drill. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hey, let's talk about this. Also too, hey, make sure you stick around to the end of the video, because I'm going to go over the #1 fad diet that I think that people should completely avoid, because it just doesn't work. All right, first things first. So what is exactly a fad diet? A fad diet is designed to help someone lose a lot of weight within an extremely small amount of time with an extreme amount of weight loss. So in other words, you are doing some severe restrictions of your diet in order to lose weight. I seriously can't stand these types of diets, because it's just such a gimmicky kind of scummy way of helping people to lose weight and have a solution for them when it's not even really helping them out. I can't stand them. I really can't. I mean, seriously, just look out for them. If you're going through the internet and you see an ad where you can lose weight within a very short amount of window, like a week, seriously avoid it, because it's just simply not true. It's just a way to lure you in, help trigger your emotions, to help you buy their like shit product. All right, so now that's basically the definition of a fad diet. Now let's go over the 5 reasons why they simply don't work. All right, so the first reason why fad diets simply don't work is they are simply looking for the quick fix only. When you go on a diet, or you're changing your eating habits, this should be for a lifestyle purpose or for a long-term approach. With the fad diet, that is the complete opposite. It's trying to help you lose weight in a very short amount of time that's not going to be sustainable after you maybe achieve that weight loss goal. It's just not the proper mentality to have. Like, so for example, when I've talked to people who have gone on fad diets before, it's like it's such an urgent thing. Like, they have to lose weight right now. But why didn't you think about that like months ago, weeks ago, years ago even, possibly? It's just looking for the quick fix, and it simply does not work. So reason 2 why fad diets simply don't work is you tend to binge eat after these diets, or even during these fad diets. And look, we're all guilty of binge eating, myself included, but with a fad diet, since you are going through extreme limitations and restrictions, psychologically, that's going to make you want to kind of crave for food more, the foods you haven't been eating in a minute. So what tends to happen is, if you're going on a fad diet, you might find yourself binge eating on something that you're not supposed to. So since you're restricting yourself too much, I mean, that can be psychologically draining to you. So what do we do with food sometimes? We cope with food. So when we're feeling stressed out, we eat food, and that helps cope for that stress for a little bit. Well, since you're going through this fad diet, there's a lot of stress happening to the body. So how do you combat and cope with it? You eat. So you tend to binge eat with a fad diet. Guys, let me know down below, have you ever gone on a fad diet before? Have you ever gone on like the carnivore diet? Have you ever gone on like anything that like restricted yourself within a very short amount of window? And did you see results from it, or didn't you? Let me know down below. Have you ever tried the water and ice cube diet? You just eat ice cubes and drink water. Okay, I'm serious, don't do that. So reason 3 that fad diets simply don't work is there's a lot of nutrient deficiencies that you end up having with a fad diet. What happens when you are going through or having some nutrient deficiencies? Well, it starts to shift your hormones, they get out of sync. Again, going back to even just like the mentality, mentally you're not feeling right, you're kind of feeling foggy because you're deficient in a lot of like nutrients. And then since you're, deficient in nutrients, that tends to stress you out, which tends to release cortisol, and then cortisol leads to weight gain. So that's why I can't stand fad diets also, is because you just are lacking a proper balance of nutrition. Any diet should honestly incorporate fats into them. That's just my opinion, honestly, but Because when you have healthy fats, like fish, for example, you're getting a healthy amount of fatty acids and fats, which just help with your brain functionality and hormone production. So that's why I'm not a fan at all of when you have to just take something out of the equation completely. It's just not good for the short term and even the long term approach of yourself. All right, fourth reason why fad diets simply don't work is there's way too much stress they cause for you. We already live in a society where things are pretty stressful right now, right? So why would you want to go on a diet that is causing you so much stress? You're not even happy being on the diet. So you're restricting yourself, and that's not only a stress to your body, but also your mindset. That's a horrible combo there, guys. So again, what happens when you're stressed out? You might cope with binge eating or just eating unnecessary amounts of sugar or fats. Fad diets cause too much stress to someone, and with fitness psychology, I don't want you to be stressed out when going on a diet. I want you to be happy with it. I want you to feel healthy. I want you to feel good with what you're eating. So if you're going on something with this extreme restriction, that's causing way too much stress for you to handle, and it's just not worth it. The fifth reason, so with fad diets, it's looking for the quick fix, right? They're not long lasting. So when you're eating, I want you to have a proper balance of nutrition. So proteins, fats, complex carbohydrates. So you're eating those throughout your lifestyle, okay? You can't go on just a meat-only diet for the rest of your life. It's just not sustainable and it's not healthy. So that's why with fad diets, I hate them because they don't look after the long term. They don't look after, when you lose weight, how to keep up with it. With fitness psychology, I want you, again, to just have a proper balance of food that you enjoy. So, but because that's the lifestyle I want. I don't want you to always restrict yourself for the rest of your life. Like, that's not fair. That's not fun. So yeah, reason number 5 is it's not designed for the long-term approach and for you to maintain weight loss. To keep the weight off, you have to think of the long term. No one talks about this. It drives me off a wall, but any diet you start, you have to think of the long term because I want you to keep weight off. I don't want you to keep regaining weight and then losing it and going through this yo-yo motion. I want you to keep it off. I want you to be happy in your body and feel healthy with your body. All right, so since you stuck around to the end, guys, I'm gonna go over what I think is the #1 biggest fad diet out there, and it's a juice cleanse. God, I hate these actually. So with the juice cleanse, they're gonna put you on a detox kind of plan for, I don't know, it could be 3 days, 5 days, whatever the case is. So you sign up for this juice cleanse, it's really expensive, and you're just drinking nothing but juice for how many times a day? Probably 3 to 4 or 5 times. Well, you aren't eating any solid food, so you're getting hungry. You're probably gonna feel like lethargic. You might be drinking like fruits and vegetables, but they're not providing enough fiber for you to feel like, satiated. So I can't stand juice cleanses because, and then again, once you finish them, and sure, you might lose some weight, and you probably will lose a lot of weight possibly, but what happens after? Because since you were just drinking nothing but like juice all day, you're gonna go ahead and eat some burgers and you're gonna eat something unhealthy and you're probably gonna regain some weight back. So it's just not worth it to, once, to go through that, and 2, to spend the money on juices. Like, don't get me wrong, like definitely have like smoothies with like fruits and vegetables in them because they're good for you. But like you want to again have proper nutrition surrounding it. You want to eat whole foods because that's going to help you again to sustain the weight loss that you're trying to shoot for in the long run. I seriously hate fad diets. They're so stupid. I hate juice cleanses. I really hate it all. So, but that's just my opinion. And guys, I really want you to avoid these types of diets because you just have to ask yourself, what are you looking for? So you're looking for weight loss. Okay, but why are you now all of a sudden wanting it like right now? Why can't you just space this out a little bit more for a lifestyle change? Start making the minor improvements and the minor tweaks to your diets, and then it becomes sustainable. Don't look for the quick fix because you're panicking. It's just not gonna help you in the long run. Trust me with that one. But again, let me know, guys, have you ever gone on any of these diets before? And did you see results from it or didn't you? How did you feel going through it? How was your mindset? How was your mentality? How was even just like your body feeling? Let me know. I'm very curious to know. Guys, remember what fitness psychology is. I want you to be happy with yourself. I want you to be confident. I want you to feel good with your body, with your image. These fad diets don't do that. They cause too much stress. They're gonna make you binge possibly. They're gonna maybe have you regain weight again, and that's just not fair to you. So stay away from fad diets. I'm never gonna push them ever with fitness psychology. So that's just my opinion, and I just highly recommend you following those footsteps. But guys, thank you again for watching my video, and remember, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me know if there's any other videos or topics you want me to discuss, and remember, take action with yourself. This is you, so keep working on yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.